Hello folks, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included, where Trivaldo and Regis are recovering from attacks from the killer poke shells. We have several of them now, and they do a lot of damage real fast when they're angry, and they're very often angry. So, yeah, what do you do about it? You just kind of live with it, I guess. I'm thinking, I might maybe change the arrangement. What's been happening is they've been going in trying to harvest the waterweed. And these guys have been like, nope, I'm going to eat you now. And they actually knocked Trivaldo right out. But he got rescued. So thankfully, it's not instant death when they get down to 0. But yeah, it's going to take a minute. Turner, are you really our best doctor? Maybe I should look here at priorities and see if anyone has any kind of doctoring. Yeah, no. We don't have a doctor. Maybe we should look into one now that we're a colony of 12 dupes. Also, thank you very much. Let me go in and find it somewhere here. Someone reminded me. Yes, the Great Hall. Andrea Girardello, I believe, 4518. Thank you very much for that comment. Yes, there's only 8 seats and we have 12 dupes. I never built the copy of the Great Hall, and I'm not sure I want to build a full-on copy. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. I think this is at maximum decor right now, so what I'm gonna do is deconstruct these two. Hello, and this one and this one, and we're just going to put in 4 extra seats. And we'll see where we land after that for, we're still at maximum decor, so everything's fine. We'll just add new seats. Now, if we get any more dupes in, I don't think I want to mess with it more, so we probably will end up with a second Great Hall. Remind me, game. Great Hall can be a maximum of 120 tiles. Oh. So we could really make it a lot bigger. We could, for instance, put a Great Hall in right here above the kitchen and have it service all of our dupes. Because I honestly don't think we'll get over 16. Maybe I'll eat those words later, but that's a lot of dupes to be feeding. I have been thinking about food. We're fine for now. In fact, we're more than fine for now. I've been overproducing for a little while, and you can see everything's going pretty well here. Things are cooled down thanks to our cooling loop. It's really actually quite good. We still making? Oh, we're making more copper. So it's going to heat up in here a little bit. We're out of ice by the looks of it. But there is definitely room in our setup for more cooling if I kind of fixed some of this spaghetti piping. So maybe that's one thing I do, is get rid of some of the spaghetti piping and try and work it out. What do we have coming down here? That's the coolant. And we could choose to use this for coolant. Yeah, here's the thing. If we bring this, well, first of all, we need a bridge to tell it this is going to have some priority to it. And then this is going to bridge here. And then bridge here. Nope, that's not going to work like that. Opposite way. I want the outlet from the refinery to have priority. So it needs to be behind. Like that. And then we're going to grab an insulated pipe. You can see we're actually running... Oh, hi. Look at all the water I've been dumping in here for a while. We're running the thermal aquatuners, or we were. Disabled by automation grid. Oh, everything's too cold right now? Is that what's happening? Sends a green signal if below. If above. Yes. And I think we're going to bring this down a bit more. We're going to bring it to 25 so that it gets processed through to 10 degrees. Because I want to flash the rest of this into steam. The water needs just a couple more degrees for all of it to become steam. Steam temperature is below 125 degrees. That's right. So they're not going to run. We're aiming for 200, and it's going to take a long time to get there, but we'll get there. What else do we need happening? We're going to run copper through this. Priority 5. It accepts or rejects newly discovered materials. Interesting. Actually, I'm gonna change my mind. Until these are running, I don't want to boost them because I don't know if it's a time thing, and there's, you know, no point in wasting metal for a generator that's not running. How much water is here? 272 kilograms. It's too much. That's too much water. Let's dump it out. What could go wrong? Alright, so we're gonna have to mop all that. We're gonna have to mop all that. And that. And that. It's really the bottom parts that I should be worrying about here. Like so. Because that's where it's gonna pool. Just like so. Okay, you can take a break there. It's gonna keep dumping for a while. 40 kilograms. Yeah, we're coming down. All right, as I was saying, that needs to come out from there, and that way we'll stop dumping the hot water back in there. There's a bit of a problem with this though, in that I need to stop feeding it water. Empty storage, please. And I need to start feeding it polluted water. Okay, that's buttoned back up. Too much liquid. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. It's okay. We'll dig that out. You poor souls, just working away. Okay, hey, everything is steamed now. And it is up to 105, 106 degrees. Oh, pipe full. That leads me to believe that maybe there is already water there. Nope, looks okay. I'm gonna double do that just in case. Okay, yep. So I could disable these until it gets warmer, which I think I'll do. And this is what I started telling you guys. I think I added these extra 3 coal generators because we were having a hard time producing enough power for the base plus these Aquatuners. So we're basically just at a net loss until we get the steam up to temperature. And that's, I don't know, that's just what you do, right? Good on you for digging while I'm looking. Look at you. You can cancel that one right there, though. We'll mop that up. Thank you very much. There we go. So yeah, there's a couple little changes I want to be making with this overall. This water, having come out of there, is now going back in to feed these guys. I'm okay with that. In fact, I'm so okay with it, I'm just going to turn that off for the moment. Because I want to drain those pipes and get rid of them. Try and sort out some of my early game spaghetti. And come up with more efficiency. I want to change this cooling loop as well. I feel like there's an opportunity here to cool like a little bit in the center, a little bit in the center, a little bit in the center, and then ship it off over here to cool these generators. Because they're getting quite warm. And then bring it back over to dump in here. We should probably cool down this stuff too. But yeah, so it's going to be a little convoluted because I want to cool the base first and then the generators and then dump it back into the pool. We can always expand the pool too by taking some of this water, which is 30 degrees. I think we'll probably sort it out. Have the water go elsewhere. Gosh, is that really? Yep. I think we can let that through now. New printable. Oxyfern. Yeah, I guess. Let's have a look at these dupes. Tidying and operating. Won't cook. But has exosuit training. Tidying, operating with exosuit training. Okay. Research Dr. Cook. Decreased decor. Uncultured. Immune to food poisoning. Or just a straight up doctor who has decreased germ resistance. That's fitting, isn't it? You would end up being a utility dupe and not a very useful one because of your lack of passions. Second cook. We already have a second cook, I believe. I think we're just going to take the oxyfern scene. I don't want another dupe right now. It would just create more problems that we've just solved. We will have a look at skills, though. We're building up skills. Why, Turner? Why indeed? I see. You're going to need a level of piloting to get your exosuit wearing, but your morale is super low, which I don't understand. Okay, you can get your improved farming. You don't really need to operate. Let's give you more strength. Player X. You're looking pretty good. Nisbet. There you go. That's fine. Legon, you're good. Yes, improved farming. There's a good one. Jace, again. You're good. Gossman. He's already over on morale, so we'll pass there. You're looking real good, though. Look at you, G Hondo. We can add some strength to you. Regis is good. Dundas. Dundas, you're low on morale. And Camille. Yeah, I think you're fine. Yeah, food is definitely something that's been on my mind. Just adding these wild things isn't really meant to give us a whole lot of extra food, just a little variety here and there. And we can't survive on slime alone, basically. These things eat slime, if I'm correct. Yeah, we fertilize with 4 kilograms of slime per cycle. These guys take water, right? Irrigation. And that's it by the looks of it. But our hatches, they use a renewable resource in the igneous rock. And we happen to have volcanoes we just haven't tapped into. But with the amount of cooling that we can create with a setup like this, we can cool down the rock from a volcano. In theory. Probably in practice as well, but I haven't done it recently, so I couldn't say. So I think we're gonna lean on hatch ranching, and a way of making that more efficient is by using incubators. And many will be familiar with this, and if you're not, well, stay tuned, I guess. I need to find them first. Are they under food? That would make sense. Incubator. How many can we fit? We can fit many. This is gonna be a big setup. We definitely need critter drop-off. Basically what's gonna happen is we're going to incubate hatch eggs and stone hatch eggs. And when the hatches pop out here, if there's a vacancy in our current ranches, it'll get filled, and if not, the extra will go to the drowner, producing us a bunch of barbecue. And the thing is, I don't think we need to power these, or if we do, we only do it for a brief time per day, and I think that's what we're gonna go with here, is the short time per day, because you can see they're all 240 watts. So this is going to be, I believe, a cycle sensor we use. So let's just do a trial. We might do 2 per day, or 2 per... So we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Not a great number. It's fine, we'll work it out. So we're gonna hook this up. Like so. And what the cycle sensor is gonna say is you're gonna only be active for, say, 15% of the day. Be nice if I could just, you know, choose and write 15, but instead it's down to my mouse. Okay. 15% of the day. I'm just choosing that number out of the, I don't know, out of the blue. And we're gonna auto wrangle surplus, max of 0 critters. And we're going to change the activation time to 15. So this will turn off, this will turn on. And then when that one's finished, this one will go. Yeah, and so on and so forth. We're going to need power. How's this looking for power? Just a couple of deodorizers on there. Until you get over here, and then it's some pumps that aren't on, some deodorizers, and a couple lights, so that's not much at all. And that pump. So we'll run this back. You can see why I was making copper. We're going to need a lot more in the future here. So 15, 15, this will be 30. This will be 45. This will be 60. This will be 75. And we'll probably have to double up on the last 2. So 2 at 75. And this will be 90. Yeah, is that what that is? Yeah, it sure is. I think we'll even turn it down to 10% for this one. I mean, I should have went with... What would it be? It would be 11% to be evenly spread each one throughout the day. But let's try this. I'm not sure 11% is enough time. Build, my pretties. Yeah, let me set these up for 11%. All right, there we go. The last one set to 11 and 88. First one at, what was it? 0 and 11, right? So 88 and 11. So the next one would be at 99, which of course would overlap. So we're going to have 1% of the day where no incubator runs. We are going to, yes, set to continuous, set to hatch egg, incubate. Thank you very much. We're going to set those two to hatch eggs. Set those two stone hatches. Maybe 3. Because I think we're... How about 4? Because we're going to have more of them. We could also do Sweetles. Yeah, and here's the point, is you can see that little hug that just happened. 𝘊𝘰𝘰𝘳𝘏 came along and hugged the incubator, which means that that stone hatchling egg, whoops, we were on it right there, has been lullabied, which increases its incubation rate by 400%. So it will hatch in 1 cycle instead of 4, I'm assuming. So that means we can produce a lot of critters really fast, and because they produce a lot of eggs really fast. In truth, and this will clear out the eggs from here so that it doesn't get cramped, which means that they will just keep pumping out the eggs. So there's going to be a lot of them. You know, in fact, I'm going to copy that to there and there. And yeah, as long as we keep them at a high priority, we should be good. Ah, you can see we had too many poke shells. The only problem with poke shells, they don't drown. So we're just gonna have to attack that guy. Goodbye, thank you very much. But at least it keeps these critters mood glum. Why is your mood glum? Metabolism. Your needs aren't being met. Beg your pardon? Oh yeah, probably because I stopped grooming them because they were killing my guys. Ah, that's what I should do in here, actually. Hold on. Changed my minds. Fooled you. Row eggs. Pinch row. When we get pinch row, they'll go in here. Like so. And it doesn't matter. These will... See, they're yeah, look at them. It's so cute. So that's great. That's going to do wonders for us. I think we might... There we go. Apply settings to that so it's a hatchling egg because I saw one. And we'll work with that. Yeah, I think it's when they have eggs is when they get all ornery. We have 2 grubs now, which is nice, and a grub egg. So we can repeat this, and it's very, very efficient in terms of energy. And it keeps our ranchers working, that's for sure. What is going on here? Oh, it's just the off-gassing. Slime, bleach stone, polluted dirt. Yeah, these I was gonna move over to here ages ago. So we're gonna remove those 2 now. And this was for the ice, right? Polluted ice. Yeah, there's 3 tons in there. 2 tons in there. I think we might copy them over and melt it 500 kilograms at a time. It'll go much faster. Actually, it may go in the exact same amount of time. It's just at least the water will be going up more consistently through time, as opposed to one just explosion of water. That's how that'll be. So that's going to increase the amount of barbecue we create by a lot. I also went ahead and turned off this because I actually read through what these things do for us, and it's just slows the decomposition of perishable foods, but we're refrigerating them, so it doesn't really matter too much. How much stuff are we storing? 213 out of 8,000 kilograms. If we weren't using a mod to increase the size of storage bins, we could pretty easily fill up a fridge. Why are you free or starving? Just because it's time to eat and you're taking a long time to get it. Yeah, that's basically all it was. Gets his fried mushroom, goes up, sits in the Great Hall, and has a meal. Good for you. So anyways, yeah, this slows decomposition, this boosts piloting ability, that strengthens even the weakest of dupes. That one sounds pretty good, but we don't have that many waterweed seeds at this point. And this one improves operating skills. But Dundas, our main operator, is so damn good. I'm not worried about it. Oh, look at this. We're up to 144 degrees. We can start making power off of this. Yes, indeedy. And these machines are sitting at 16 degrees. Okay, enable those. Turn this on. I'm not even going to priority, like make it high priority. I'm going to make these high priority, so that they produce more energy. And we'll see what that does to our coolant. So the coolant behind there in the radiant liquid pipe is still 13 degrees when it comes out. Yeah, 13 degrees as it stands right now. And we're not making a whole lot of power off them right now. I just want to make sure we don't cool it down too much. I think we need more of these to run. Actually, that's not true. I don't think. Maybe it is. Well, we could really cool things down, though. 13 degrees. I mean, I was reticent to do this before. I'm still a little reticent to do it now. And what am I talking about? I'll tell you when I'm done doing this. So I need to actually make this work properly. This needs to come out of here and go back into the pipe here. And that needs to go like that. You need to be snipped between there. Just like in here, this is going to get priority. You need to snip there. There we go. Get those built. There we go. So now we're going to start siphoning off this water to fill this guy. And then the hot water will come out here, up into this bridge, which goes over to here and takes priority over the line to deliver it off. Where this... No, that's not our return line. What is that line? That was our old line. We just need to delete that. Yeah, we just need to delete that. Yeah, less spaghetti is more better. I'm saying. Maybe Italian people, you can fight me on that, but I'm going with it. Okay, we managed to drain that pipe as well. And it's a little strange in there. These pipes are coming out. There we go. Now all we're doing is supplying water to, well, supplying water down here into this cooling loop, which I think we can stop doing as well. Supplying water into the, these things, electrolyzers, and to the bristle blossoms. But ideally, I want to be a fully barbecue-fed colony and stop growing these all together. Yeah, I think it will not be great for our late game lag, but whatever, we'll deal with that. If it ends up being a problem, yeah, we'll manage. Anyways, has this been tuned up? NG's tune up, yes, yes it has. And how's the temperature? It is pretty stable at 141 degrees. Ideally, I want it to come up to just between 185 and, well, 199, I suppose. And we may have to add automation to do that. I'm not sure. Temperatures are pretty good here. And you can see this is super hot, of course, because it's in contact with the steam, but because of the vacuum here, it's not shifting that out. Okay, that's good. So it's filling that and coming out the other side. I don't know what I did here now. This doesn't need to be like this. I thought it was part of another line, but that's the old line. Yeah, so it's just convoluted for no reason right now. We'll just make that, you know, straightforward. Hold on. Pipes there, and that'll be it. Thank you very much. That pipe, cancel deconstructs. Alright. Much better. Much cleaner. And yeah, I do want to increase the cooling. So basically what I could do is the same kind of temperature loop as I've got going on here, where basically we come along with some water and say if this area is warmer than 30 degrees, then we let water come down here through some radiant pipes and then dump it back into the reservoir and just cool it down. Likewise, then here, if it's warmer than, hold on a second, my brain, I think because we went to the other asteroid, we now have the option to get puffs and pufflets and stuff. I'm not super interested in those, so I think we'll just turn them into omelets for now. Puffed laid eggs. I think what I would end up doing is have this water come down here and cool these machines. And if the water was then, you know, less between 15 and 20 degrees, let's say, then I would say, okay, go cool the base with that. And then send it through the hot area over here to pick up all the heat that it can, and then bring it all the way back over and add it back to the reservoir. Because we can take this water down to minus 15 or so and it won't freeze. I mean, it'll actually go to minus 20 something. Let's find it. Polluted water, we go to properties. freeze point is minus 20.6, so we could bring it down to minus 20.5 with the Aquatuners and generate a lot of cooling and thus a lot of heat, which means more power, right? So that's something that would be better for us to do. We just have to set it up. So I tell you what, I'm going to pause and set that up and show you what I come up with. All right, partway through my impromptu rebuild of the cooling loop, this is where we're at. So I'm basically tearing it all the way back. I've went and straightened out some pipes, so you can see coming out of here is a straight shot over to the bathrooms, just with a little dog leg there, and then onward to the bristle blossoms, which the second farm here I went and replaced. We're going to turn that into another ranch at some point here, and then all of the hatches can kind of live in this block, and we'll move these ones over there or keep them. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how many we need. I think we need 2 hatches per dupe, so we'll need 24 if that's the math. If it's 3, it's 36, obviously. And we can hold 8 per, although I've been holding 7. I can now change that back to 8 because of the eggs thing. The eggs were confusing things, but when you combine it with a this kind of setup with the incubators, it just works a lot better. And it looks like maybe we need to turn this onto pinch row again, because this has been going a lot better since I switched this to pinch row. Much fewer dupes getting bit, so that's pretty important. And you can see there immediately they just feel so much better about life. They're not getting fed though. I wouldn't feel too good about that. There we go. There's some food. Did someone just lay another egg and start attacking? Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Maybe we'll need another bank of incubators. You know, I wonder, can we put incubators here in the back of this? Let's check up the room stats here on a stable. A stable ranching building doesn't say anything about incubators, so well, look at that. The only problem is it's going to confuse things when it comes to how many critters are actually in here, so we're not going to do that. For now, I'm just going to live with it as it is. Oh, Player X, you got knocked out. Oh my gosh. Jace is there to save the day. Yeah, it makes me think that perhaps if these guys are priority 9, then we can turn this on for pinch row forever at priority 8. And so they should prioritize the incubators. And then after that, oh gosh, yeah, Camille, you're gonna, the same thing's gonna happen to you. Regis, the same, look at how fast their health goes down. Oh, are you getting, yeah, you got the egg, okay, good. But it's so fast. I think we want to limit this actually to 4. Yeah, I think we want to limit that to 4, and let's, your reproduction's 81, 27. You can die. Reproduction at 5, you can die. Reproduction at 90, you can stay. 1% attack. And reproduction 63 and 89, so we'll keep them, but we'll get rid of 3. And go from there. Because they're getting a little too randy. Rowdy. Rowdy, it's that other R word. But they are getting too randy too. There's just been too many. Are you taking that over there to drown? Stopping for a breather on partway? Yeah, we're just gonna attack that one. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the egg. And they don't give meat, they just give the poke shell molt, but the poke shell molts are kind of important for our steel production. Anyways, I will continue to build this loop now, and that's how we'll finish off the episode. Once I have it installed, I'll show you what's up. Finally, many minutes later, this loop is working, and it's honestly working better than I thought it would. You can see right now, we're not even cooling the liquid after having made one pass through the base. It's coming out here at 22 on that side, and we'll follow the pipes. It takes it all the way over here, into the base, around this long-ass loop, all the way up to here, and then it cools down these hydrogen generators, and you can see it's still only coming out at 23 degrees. And then it's coming back all the way across to here, and it was going back in, and I thought, it's still too cold. So why not have it go down and cool down this area, or at least make it temperate? And it's just started doing that, and it's already working a dream. So it's going back in at 24.4. It's slowly gaining enough heat that it'll get deleted at 25. That'll bring it back to 10 degrees. And send it back into the base, probably colder than we need it to be. You can see things are pretty good here, although these guys were getting a little warm for whatever reason. It's hovering around 30 right there. And that's probably, well, it might have something to do with how warm the water is coming out of this whole unit. But as we cool this area down in general, I think it'll find a balance. But I think in the next we're gonna have a look at using the cooling capacity of this a lot better. We'll send it down through here to cool this once, and then I'm thinking we get ourselves some free aluminum. Dig out this biome, clear the water out, and then create an area that we can allow this thing to erupt, and then cool it down with the proceeds of this. And we'll probably only use like one radiant pipe to try and get an extra, say, 20 degrees into it. It might end up being more than that. My worry is boiling the water in the pipe right away, but I think we're going to be pleasantly surprised. We should be able to conquer that if my knowledge of aluminum remains. I mean, it's not a very dense metal, right? It's pretty light, so it shouldn't hold that heat forever. You know what I mean? It should let it go pretty easily. So I'm hoping that's the case. But for now, we have a base that's being fully cooled with one loop. It's shocking how much better it is than I thought. The other thing I have done is I've repurposed this line to go through here and to simply make this all down here fairly temperate. I kind of lost the plot coming back down to the bottom, though. It needs more time. It needs to make a little loop through here rather than meeting back up. So I think what I'll do is I'll take up the slack in the system by just stopping it right there, letting it drain out as it will there. And then I'll create a little cooling loop in here. We'll take a couple of radiant pipes, bridge them, and then bring it back on there. I'm going to delete this bridge here. There that goes. And that will just turn into a little loop, and this is where the water would feed in to support that system. But I'm thinking we use this as a cooling loop to cool down this water, and we start taking this line directly up to our reservoir once it's cooled down. And we can do that with some automation pretty easily. We just grab a what is it, thermosensor, throw it down there. Actually, we make it a little closer just because we can. And then when the thermosensor reads, I don't know, about 15 degrees, then we'll let that happen. And then we'll start feeding some of this water down as well. Send green if below, let's call it 18 degrees. And right now the water's sitting at 59, 60 degrees, so it's going to take a while. And we could empty it out of here. Just a little concerned about that. One way we could go about it is like that, and we just take that block, and it should maintain a pretty high level of the hot stuff in there, but allow some of the heat to come through. let's give that a shot real quick. Before we say goodbye. All right. See if proof is in a pudding there. Yeah, and you can see it's maintaining the 2 levels. And that'll allow us to cool down the water straight from the cool steam vent. It is dormant, so we might as well analyze that as well. We're at a bit of a standstill with something. Power, apparently. Were you running? Is that why? Yes, okay. We need to turn these back on. Let's try with 2. This whole thing, we're not utilizing it enough to run all 3 of them. And that is making the whole thing not very efficient. Anyways, why is there water there? Why? Because this thing keeps leaking. Because poke shells don't drown. I lost my train of thought. Anyways, why don't we just end it there? Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. I'm going to continue to empty out the asteroid a little bit between episodes and give ourselves a little more space. And then pretty soon we're going to be looking at a, well, for one, getting our dupes in suits when they leave the base, and maybe some transit tubes. But that's what I was going to say. We're running into a bit of a roadblock with data banks. We're going to need to get some of those going soon too. Oh yeah, 𝘬𝘭𝘥, it's real hot. It's real hot. Let's cancel that for now. Let's wait till we cool it down. All right. Take care, folks. See you next time. Bye for now.